Welcome one and all to the one and only Radio Ratanga. They said that at the bottom of patience, one finds heaven. Indeed, my friend, man's first virtue is to be patient. The second one is to act. Justice cannot be obtained by doing nothing. Maga, little Carol's death ruin your heart, and will the events comfort it? Friends of Ratanga and elsewhere, there we go.
I am reminding you all that the protocol of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights regarding women's rights in Africa, adopted in 2003, prohibits any form of female genital mutilation, including excision. Right now, I call to the box the complainant. Madam, can you please explain the reason that made you file a complaint in court?
Yes, it happened here in Jolal. My daughters were playing by themselves, and when I came back, Carol was missing. Astu told me that Rokoba had taken her. I finally found her. She was practicing excision on her. I immediately saw that she was in danger and urgently took her to the health center, where the doctors took care of her. But it was too late. That woman killed her.
Thank you. Please take your seat. Quiet. Madam, you were conducting the excision. Please take the stand and tell the court the side of your story.
Don't be scared.
You did nothing. Be brave.
What happened was an accident. What I do, my mother and my grandmother were doing it before me. In the community, it's very hard for a girl who hasn't been excised to find a husband. That's why mothers come to me to excise their daughters. I can recognize ladies I've excised in this room and they are doing well. Yes, it is. Yes.
So what you're saying is that excision is the norm here in Jola. Is that right?
Exactly. Parents choose to do it to protect their daughters and the dignity of the family. Otherwise, all of them will be considered as impure and will not do their religious duty, and they will not marry at all, as misfortune will fall upon them. In most of these families, the presence of the clitoris is considered to be a hindrance to women's fertility.
C'est la vie à Ratanga, c'est la vie à Ratanga, c'est la vie à Ratanga, Ratanga, that's life. C'est la vie à Ratanga. Hi yeah, hi yeah.
Please, have you seen Rokoba?
Have you seen Rokoba?
I will now call the first witness, Rokoba. Rokoba, take the stand. Rokoba, is Madam Rokoba among us today? Well, if Rokoba is not here, I will...
Wait a minute. I want to testify. I am Carol's father, and I have the right to say something.
Well, this was not in our schedule. But since Rokoba is not here, I am going to allow it.
I was not against the excision of my daughter. I am from the village, and I respect our customs. I was brought up to respect traditions.
Not to respect the laws, apparently. Considering the time you spent in prison.
Your words don't scare me. I have done my time. I did what I could do to save the honor of my family. My daughters, unlike Mrs. Magar, their mother, can you all look at her with our questionable lifestyle?
Thank you, sir. That would be enough for now.
Have you seen her?
No,
I'm really tired of looking for her. It might not be that important. Because the way I'm seeing things are different right now.
Are you joking? She's a witness. Witness in the trial. It's important. She just has to show up. What's the problem?
See, you are my friend. I can tell you. My whole mother is accused of killing a little girl.
You've always been a good son. Do not back off. She needs you more than anyone else. Okay, bro? Come, let's look for her. Okay?
Oh my God, what nonsense is this? This trial! I should not have come here.
Mom, you need to obey the law, please. You're not a criminal at all, Mama. Huh?
Tala is right. Running away will make things worse.
I am calling once again to the box Rokoba, Carol's family member who was present at the moment of the alleged action. Madam, were you there at the moment of little Carol's execution? I would like a verbal answer from you, please.
Yes, I was there. I was taking care of the girls, since their mother was unable to do it, as usual. That is the truth. Your Honor, my girl was having a nervous breakdown. She was unfit to parenting, without speaking about respecting traditions.
Maga, do you confirm what Rokoba just said?
I agree that I was wrong, Your Honor. It was my fault for being late to save Carol from Rokoba and the one practicing excision.
Where are your daughters? Tell us, Maga. Did you leave them again? With someone else? Like you did in the village?
With all they have been through in the village, I cannot let Sarah and Astu come back here. Because I fear the same thing will happen to them.
I was always happy in Jola, and your daughters too.
Nobody did anything to help Carol, nor did anybody obey the law.
Help yourself.
Thank you very much.
Maga, you should go to the witch doctor if you are not feeling well.
No. I don't trust that lady at all. She beats me, humiliated me. It was when Rokoba wanted to chase evil from me according to her. No, I can't go to her.
Order, please. I am now calling the chief of the village at the request of the defense.
My dear friends, we are all mourning the death of Carol. No one in Jola wanted her death. It pains me to see that our local excision practitioners' integrity is being questioned. My dear friend, I don't like what is happening here. This trial is an insult to our community.
Sir, you're talking about public rules. May I remind you that respect for traditions must be in accordance with respect for the law? Do we agree?
Yes, since I've been the chief, traditions and laws have always been respected in this village of Jola. I swear.
On the right to live, do you respect it too?
Your Honor, can't we just admit that this trial is only to satisfy Maga's need for revenge? It is wrong. It is unacceptable, as everyone here mourns the death of little Carol.
Order! Order! I will have the court cleared.
This is outrageous. We never get the chance to talk about Jola. And when we talk about it, it's to insult us. This is outrageous.
And why is it an insult to you?
Maga is a disgrace to the village. The excision practitioner. She's a poor lady. The only thing she did but her duty. And since when is this a crime? Excision helps with good hygiene and to better control women's sexuality.
Mr. Journalist, what she's saying is not true.
Hey, you can see.
There's no way excision will ever stop girls from sleeping around if they want to.
You don't need to worry. Justice will always prevail, my dear Maga, okay? Trust the process.
Madam, would you answer a few questions?
Mulai, it's fine. I can answer him. I want to answer him.
Do you think excision should be banned?
Of course. We all know that excision has nothing to do with religion. And that it's very dangerous for all our daughters. Then why do we practice it?
What do you have to say to those who practice it in respect of traditions?
Remember what Amadou and Pateba said. There are some customs that even our ancestors, if they were to come back, would consider obsolete and outdated.
Order, please. Order. I have here with me police statement from Ratanga station. This document concludes, and I quote, "The hemorrhage following the excision is without any doubt the cause of Caro's death. I call to the box one of the medical experts, Madam Yaye, midwife at Ratanga Health Center. Madam, do you confirm that you took care of Caro at the center's emergency room?
Yes. Unfortunately, she had lost too much blood.
And there was nothing you could do?
You know, I have been head midwife in Ratanga Health Clinic for a very long time. I monitored Maga's pregnancies and had the opportunity to deliver our children, including Caro. I would never have thought that I'd see anything bad happening to her.
Can you give us some clarifications about excisions?
An excision is a female genital mutilation. Unfortunately, this type of mutilation is practiced on younger and younger girls.
Thank you. Next to you, Dr. Mulai. Doctor, can you give us your testimony about the practice of excision?
The little Caro arrived at the center in a critical condition. We thought we could stop the bleeding, but she had lost too much blood. And we did our best, but we could not save her.
Please explain the medical risks associated with an excision.
Well, the consequences depend on the type and the seriousness also. For instance, strong and immediate allergic shock caused by the bleeding. This is what happened to Caro, because that's what we know. There is a risk of obstetrical complications leading to a fatal distress. There are also long-term consequences like bleeding and a severe pain when someone is having sexual intercourse. I will not hide from you the fact that the practice can cause behavioral problems, anxiety, depression, and also chronic irritability and frigidity. That is all, ma.
That woman. That woman there, the mother of my 3 daughters, has another man in her life. And I, the head of the family, haven't divorced her yet. And that is the man right there.
I can't just believe it. It seems impossible, but now, will Caro ever get justice? My dear daughter.
Don't say that, Maga. Things are not over. I know your thoughts on the witch doctor. She was there. She's the only one who knows what you've been through with Tuli.
But even if it is true, why would she help me?
Come, girls. I have something to tell you. Listen to me carefully. My Tala is a special man. Pay attention. He is very healthy. He makes good money. And he's a serious man.
We are not the ones in front of the judge today. I am honest and I don't want to be involved.
Rude girls. You don't deserve my son.
I am interested, madam. You know, in the village, there are not many serious men to marry. I've always wanted to marry a man from the city.
You got that right. You see those two? They are missing the point. If you testify for me, dear, I will introduce you to my son, Tala.
Okay, what should I say?
Ma'am, what are you doing? We told you to stay with us, right?
My Tala, right on time. I want to introduce you to someone. Who knows? She might be a very good second wife, my son. Look at how handsome and Tony he is.
Mama. Oh, okay. No problem at all, Mama. Just know I will talk to her if you go back to the trial, okay? Do you understand? Come. Come. It's not against you, but I love my wife. I'm not looking for a second wife, please. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
But I'll be very discreet. I promise you. I'll be the one to do the housework. You won't even have to do anything.
There's a lot to do. I have a house and kids and everything that goes with it.
Oh, no. No. Madam, that's not possible. I don't want a man who has kids with another woman. I want my own family.
So, shall we go now, Mama?
I never forget a look, especially that of a wounded soul. I didn't think I would ever see you again. The one I knew was a shadow of her former self. She couldn't step out of her house and she was always monitored. And she was being beaten. You know what? You've changed, Maga.
Tuli forced me. I couldn't leave. To protect my kids and protect Caro.
Now that you have understood the contradictions, you should stop feeling the guilty. The death of Caro is not your fault.
You are very right. If I have to live guilty, I'm defeated.
She seems sincere. I would like to thank you for trusting me. And it's very important for the court to leave another opinion of her. If first leader did not act to change it, who else will do it? You have the right not to testify at the court, but it's your duty to do so. Who better than you, the best traditional doctor in contact with modern life, could testify on excision?
I would like to remind everyone that the authority knows that excision is a social agreement and that its banishment should start with a dialogue with the community. And all the people who live in Jolal should not feel threatened. On the contrary, this trial is taking place here to help you understand that it is time to stop this practice for once. Does anyone have something to add before we start officially? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I do, Your Honor. I would like to clarify that my client sitting right here was only protecting her daughters. Her family means everything to her. Whatever is said about her non-respect for traditions, and the next witness coming is going to demonstrate to us our goodwill.
Order! I call the traditional doctor of the village.
I'm here to talk about my experience. As the village traditional doctor and regional healer, I act as a guarantor of respect of the values and traditions. I know Maga and her family. I helped them in the past. As Maga was having relationship issues, she fought. She asked me for advice, and she was brave. I'm sorry for what happened to Maga's daughter. But unfortunately, it's not the first nor the last case As long as we continue to practice excision on the little girls, I know it. I had to attend to many women in pains after an excision. I know the villagers very well. I know very well that you respect traditions. But if you think that excision is good for fertility, you are wrong. For everyone's well-being, I think that this practice should be stopped completely.
Silence!
Excision kills women.
Sir, if you want to say something, come to the box. It is that simple.
As religious chiefs, we have to play a role in the eradication of these dangerous practices on our children. Excision is not a benefit, but a danger. It is not justified in the Quran. It doesn't respect the message of the Prophet. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet Sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that we shouldn't harm oneself or another person. Thank you.
Thank you, Hall. The hearing is closed.
It's a white man.
Huh?
Listen to me. He does not have any children at all. Can you imagine he even came to the village to look for a wife?
No.
He's tired of frivolous city girls. Can you believe that?
Madam, I'm not frivolous. I swear, I'm very serious, madam.
Do you have some money in exchange? I will make the introduction as soon as possible.
Rokoba, are you a witness in the trial?
Hey, you. My mother didn't have any bad intention to her. You need to know that excision is a normal practice, okay? She comes from Jola, and the practice is part of her life, okay? It is up to us, the new generation of Jolal, to make changes personally. I have 2 daughters, and I will never allow them to be excised, okay? Are you recording this?
I thought the guy is her boyfriend. The guy is not even giving her enough money.
There are lots of people.
Shut up, Joel. Let's carry this water past. Let's
Hey,
go.
you. Are you the white man Rokoba was talking about?
No. Do I look like a white man? What are you doing? Hey, I'm already engaged to someone else.
Hey, how come you are engaged? Is it that you are married or are you looking for a second wife?
I'm a one-woman man.
Listen, if you marry me, I'll give you my virginity. What do you think?
I'm already in love, okay? And she's a police. If you insist, she'll arrest all of you.
A lieutenant, you're very funny. You're really crazy.
The jury made its final decision. Please stand up for the final verdict.
Your Honor, may I say something before you give the final judgment?
Please do. But I warn you now, this intervention is for informational purposes and does not affect the final judgment.
I am speaking on behalf of all the chiefs of the village and villagers. I represent all the villagers. After the extensive discussions and after the trial, I and all the leaders have decided that together we are going to stop the excision practice in the village. However, Jolal will continue to respect all its traditions and abide by the law. That is it.
Thank you, sir, for this last testimony. Let me remind you all of Article 5 of the Protocol of Maputo, which forbids excision and female genital mutilations. After the deliberation, the court and the jury have decided that the lady who conducted excision on Caro is responsible. She will serve an unconditional sentence of 5 years. and we pay a fine of 600,000. And as for you, Tuli and Rokoba, the jury has found both of you passive while she was in danger and will therefore judge you in the second section of the trial. The hearing is closed.